Hello again. Today is December 16th, 2025, and I'm starting the rebuild of my HOn3 Chili Line in my new train casita. The casita is just under 1,000 square feet, and a previous video indicated that I had built a 3D model. My friend Bob Hayden had recommended doing so, and I found it extremely valuable in visualizing what the layout will look like. So let's take a quick tour of the layout as I think it might be built. Here's the entrance door, back that direction. And I'll just point out a few things in a quick video. I drew a scale track plan so I could visualize how, for the majority, the layout would look. I've salvaged several sections from the previous layout. This section is the Santa Fe rail yard, and I have all of the structures from my prior layout that I'll be putting back on the layout as soon as some of the bench work is done. The line continues up Guadalupe Street to the Y section, which will be basically here under these windows. The Y section, this is one area I'm not 100% sure of that I'm going to build this way. I may take the tail of the Y out this way. I just need to make sure that we have enough room on the tail to turn the entire consist. Following around to the corner here will be the line out of Santa Fe north to the Ottawee Bridge crossing, which will be in this corner here. Ottawee Bridge. Okay, let's go over here. Going north from Ottawee Bridge, past the station stop at Ottawee, sighting at San Ildefonso. Something yet to be determined if I'm going to build that there. There is the church that I had on my prior layout. And then we work our way up to Espanola. The Espanola module was saved from the previous layout, as well as the majority of the structures. So Espanola will sit here, and then going north from Espanola, we'll cross the Rio Chama Bridge and river. And something new on this layout that I'm adding is the siding at Chimita. Chimita had a small warehouse, some auxiliary buildings, coal shed, a couple of boxcars, and up in the far corner here, in a picture I have, is a really neat structure, stucco building that will sit against the backdrop. Okay, we'll come around here to the Embudo Canyon area, and we'll follow the Rio Grande River up to Embudo. This is another section I have saved from the prior layout, and be incorporating that here in this section with the coaling dock, station, stone station, turntable, etc. From that point, we'll go around the peninsula and we will head up the Barranca Hill grade. This grade I think will be, I'm going to build it less of a grade than I did on my prior layout, which was prototypical to 4%. This one will probably be 2.5 to 3, just enough to gain elevation. It will also give the impression of a good grade going uphill. We come to the junction at La Madera with the facility there, the water column, etc. We move from there into Taos Junction. I have saved this portion also, but I probably will be rebuilding it to fit this particular layout. All right, from Taos Junction, let's walk around the model here. Taos Junction, we go into Servietta, stock pens, boxcar sheds, loading platform. The line then winds its way north to Tres Piedras, here in the corner, which will have the station and the stock pens, water tank, etc. This would probably be a mirror image of the original to fit. And then against the far wall here, as I mentioned in a previous video, will be Antonito. Come around Mount San Antonio here in the corner, into Antonito with the freight depot and agent's house, which are just completed building. You can see pictures of that on the Santa Fe Group.io site that I own. Station, etc., into what will be staging for Alamosa. This side here, I'll point out, is Chama staging, that I will stage the San Juans east and west for operating and starting an operating session on the Chili Line. So the layout of the bench work was inspired by Joel Shank's Rio Grande Southern. I particularly liked how his bench work flowed. Had to adapt quite a bit of it to fit my space, but I think it'll be excellent with a nice walk around in the building. Come back to Espanola, Barranca Hill, and back into Antonito. So that's how it's going to be intended to build. Take a last look around what pretty much a pristine building. Probably the last time you'll see it like this, because I've got to bring in the layout pieces I salvaged, totes, boxes, all my railroad stuff. So anyway, look forward to having future videos published of this as we move along. Thanks for watching.